Today I'm going to be telling you guys a story about how I got my SpaceJam 11s from 2009. Bruh, this story is insane. You won't believe this one. Welcome back to the channel. What's up with you guys? How you doing? How you been? If you did not know by now, my name is DJ and this is The DNA Show. Now if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell notification for every time I upload a new video, and make sure you hit that like button because that helps the algorithm oh so much. I have been wanting to tell you guys a story behind this shoe for so long, and finally the time has come. But before I get into the story, I have to introduce you to a couple of my friends because they were key factors in this story as well. So let's go ahead and introduce them.
What's up you guys, I'm AJ.
What's going on? It's your boy Tone. You know who it is. Follow the IG handle below.
Yo, what's up? I'm J Mass.
I'm Trey. Excuse the braids. Vanessa couldn't get me in, but I'm here.
What up? I'm JQ.
So now that you know who those guys are, you'll see them pop in throughout the story, and man, this is gonna be a good one. So sit back, grab your popcorn, and let's get this story started. So this all started back in 2009, holiday season. We had just became seniors in high school, and we were having a great ball, you know, collecting sneakers and all those different fancy things. But we knew the SpaceJam 11s, such an iconic shoe. We had to have these in our collections. And all my homies, we were collectors, so we all needed them.
So my whole life, I was like, damn, I need the SpaceJam. So I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get the SpaceJam.
So it all started off a cold winter Friday night. We were gonna go camp out at Nike Town. It was freezing cold outside, literally freezing temperatures. So Nike told the people that were sitting in line, they said,
hey, we're gonna give all you guys a wristband that'll reserve your pair. Come back tomorrow between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. and that way you can pick them up whenever you like to.
So after sitting in the cold for a couple of hours, it paid off so much.
Yeah, it was hella cold at Nike Town. I was just glad I had a pair on reserve.
But not all the homies were able to camp out that night, so it was only a couple of us that were able to go and reserve pairs at Nike Town. And you know us, we needed not just one, not just two, but we needed multiple pairs in our collections. So all the homies that weren't able to make it were already planning on going to the mall, and we had plans on going to the mall as well, but we knew that we were gonna camp at Nike Town, but luckily it had opened up. So now we're like, great, we can go camp out with you at the mall as well and try to get a second pair. We ended up all meeting up at IHOP to have dinner that night around 1 a.m. and then we were gonna go plan on sneaking into the mall.
And meanwhile, I'm chilling at the house. Like, everybody's out, about to get pairs. I'm chilling, broke.
And I had some intel from some previous employees at the mall, so they told me exactly what door to go to and what door the janitors go through so we could sneak in the same exact door. We got there around 2 a.m. and we saw an employee coming out of the door, and we knew this is our moment. This is our chance to block the door and leave it open so we can get in. Dashed up to the door. I stuck a cup inside the door so that way the door wouldn't close all the way and the lock wouldn't latch onto the frame. So by doing that, that guaranteed us a way into the mall when we were ready to come back later in the morning. So we all sneak into the mall, and we didn't realize, we weren't thinking, you know, we're still young. There's security cameras all over the mall. They saw everything that we had done, and they were watching us throughout the entire process.
My story is a little bit different than everybody else's. We snuck in, but I was the slowest, and I knew the odds were against me if I stuck with them. So I thought it would be good to break away from the pack. Oh, but before that, we were running up some concrete stairs, and I got pushed into the median, and I hit my knee. I ended up spraining my knee later that I found out. I was on IR already. So now I'm trying to run on with a bum knee, and I'm the slowest already. So then I'm like, okay, well, when we get in this mall, I can't go with them. So everybody breaks off.
So first we were at Macy's, upstairs where the mattresses and everything were at. I was hiding there trying to elude everybody, right? I thought this would be a good place to hide because I don't ever see security up here. That didn't work out. So then I go to the photo booth to hide in there and close the curtains.
I was sneaking over the finish line, trying to go sit in front of the doors and just act like I didn't know them. It worked well. The security kept walking by me. They didn't say anything. He's playing chase with them in the mall. I'm just sitting there minding my own business in front of the store. Obviously he knows what I'm there for, but I'm not actively running. One, because my knee hurts, and two, because if you run, they'll chase you. So I thought. So as the security is chasing them, I'm watching because I'm on the second floor balcony, so I can see them running one way, the security comes the other way. As they're running from them, I'm just sitting there and I'm just not moving, not doing anything.
The photo booth doesn't work either. They tell me get out of there.
And so the security guard comes by me tired. I can see he is wore out.
Wasn't there 2 security guards in there that night? One of the dudes, he was like 30 something, young black dude. The other dude, he was an old white dude. That must have been like his side gig or something. Homie was straight up retirement age. The young black dude, he was kind of young. He looked like, you know, he was a little elusive. We was gonna have to try to shake and bake him. We had action with that old white dude though.
We were hiding in the bathrooms, the photo booths, you name it. We were hiding everywhere in the mall, trying to run away from the security.
And then he looks over at me. He looks at the security camera. He radios in and says,
is he one of them?
and I'm looking at him like, bro, you know I've been sitting here this whole time. They radioed back.
Yeah, he is.
He was like,
you gotta get off the mall. You've been running from me.
I'm like, bro, you know I ain't been running from you. So then he kicks me out the mall. So I'm walking out slowly, limping with a bum knee, no shoes, no nothing. And I'll meet back up with them, and they're just as defeated as I am, except at least they're not hurt.
Ultimately, you know, we got kicked out of the mall. It didn't work.
So then we came back to DJ's to regroup.
So eventually they caught us all and they kicked us out of the mall. They said we were banned from coming in. They literally wouldn't let us come back. And we're like, bro, how are we gonna get the shoes if they're coming out in the morning and we're banned from the mall? So we sat across the street plotting and waiting until 8 a.m. because we knew the mall was gonna open up, and we're like, we might have a chance. We might just sneak in and just finesse it anyway. And it was kind of funny because as we sat out in the street watching car after car, person after person, trying to sneak in the mall and get in these different places, and everybody trying to finesse their way in the store, it was crazy to see all of it happen and unfold right in front of our eyes. So we seen another homie pull up, and he told us
They were opening one single door at 8 a.m.
So by this time it's around like 6 a.m. and you know, we're just waiting. 8 a.m. When's it gonna come? When's it gonna come? Clock's just moving so slow. So this is when we came up with the plan. We decided, okay, since we can't get in the mall, we're gonna just try to get closer to that door. That way when 8 a.m. hits, we'll be ready to go and we can be first in front of that door. And then when they open the door at 9 a.m. to let us in the mall, we can be the first one inside the mall. So we snuck down into the garage and we're like, you know what? We're gonna chill out down here. Literally chill out, bro. It was freezing cold. There was a Ross door at the end of the parking lot and we knew this is the door that everybody's gonna go in. So we tried to sneak around, you know, hiding under cars, hiding behind walls, all different types of stuff.
I just sat in the car. I already had my pair on reserve.
And I was sitting there for a solid like 6 or 9 minutes and I was like, bruh, I need to get closer. Even though nobody was in front of the door, I just wanted to be closer. I moved up a little bit and bang, they caught me. I had to go back upstairs and sit in line with everybody else. Now they're like really on my head like,
Ain't you the dude that we just kicked out earlier?
and I'm like, no, that wasn't me. I don't know what you're talking about. And so I went back upstairs, but some of the homies was still downstairs in the garage.
So we tried to get sneaky again. We saw this truck that was right by the entrance that they were gonna let everybody in at. So Ak and I, we hopped in the back of it.
So while they were hiding in the back of the pickup truck, I found a staircase that I could hide in, and I felt like that was a much better spot to be hiding than in the back of somebody's pickup truck. And then this is where the fun really began.
After about 5-10 minutes, we seen people start to line up at that door again. So we hopped up out of the truck, we got in line, and I think another maybe 5 minutes went by and the security guards came out and was like,
No, it's still too early. Everybody get off the premises.
I was hot because I had first spot in line.
So while they out here finessing and running around from security guards, I still hid in the staircase. It just made more sense to me.
Now by the time I came back upstairs from getting kicked out from the garage, bro, a sea of people.
It was about 500 people outside. Everybody running around being crazy.
It was ridiculous.
It was like 28 degrees outside. Could literally see my breath.
There was a security guard downstairs and one upstairs. He told us,
Soon as it hits 8 a.m., you guys can go ahead and dash down there. Whoever gets in line, they get first come, first serve. Go ahead and do your thing.
so you know me, I had to stretch out a little bit because I was ready to rumble. Soon as that clock struck, I was gone. But one thing I didn't know was there was another entrance on the back of the garage and a lot of people snuck in on that side. So there was already like 70 or 80 people in line by the time we had already got down there.
When 8 o'clock hit, I was on the staircase walking over with ease while everybody was still running around trying to get there. So I was at the door, pretty much one of the first people there.
I was probably like number 5 in line to get into this one door that they were gonna open up for everybody to get in.
But I got like 80 people in front of me and I know damn well I'm not gonna get my shoe if I'm 80th in line. So after waiting for about a solid 45 minutes, I went from about 80th in line to about 30th in line. So we're waiting. It's getting closer and closer. 9 o'clock is coming. Oh my gosh, bro, I have to get in the mall. There's about 5 minutes left until the doors are about to open. And in my head, I had known there were 4 stores in the mall. We had a Foot Locker, a Champs, a Foot Action, and a Finish Line. But not all the stores even got a size 13. Only 2 of those stores got a size 13. So I knew already I wasn't gonna go to those stores, and my plan in my head was to try to get to Finish Line because I could guarantee myself a pair there if I was at the front of the line.
And I just remember vividly the black young security guard, he looked at the old white dude, he came to the door, and the old white dude was scared to open the door. And the black dude just said,
Oh no. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Open that door.
So the door opens and pandemonium breaks out. And when I say breaks out, literally breaks out.
I'm on the side, kind of like by the wall, so I can just get make myself skinny and slide on in there some way, somehow. I eventually get in there. I make my way to the middle of the crowd. There's people on both sides, left and right, trying to make their way through these narrow doorways, but I'm in the middle.
It was a stampede, just pushing you through that door.
them hinges from that door start to squeezing and everybody pushing and you just like, I was like this, right? Niggas' breath was funky.
This is something that you see on TV, bro. I had to stiff arm somebody's mom.
And I look over and the doors are like breaking off the hinges. And I'm like, I can't go back or I'll go with the doors. So I just pushed through. And I mean, I was all state defensive tackle.
What's up with all this?
You gotta have the dub on the fire. I'm gonna pull the footage. Who finna say I got a scholar, I had a full ride. Who finna say I'm lying? Who Scully, cuz? I wouldn't. But
Anyways, keep going.
like I was saying, as the door broke, I can hear the glass start to creak and shatter, so I just started to push through, and I knew I couldn't go back or I was going with the door. So as I run through the mall, I'm looking and everybody's faster than me because I got a bad leg. Well, they're faster than me already, but they were really faster than me when I had this bad knee.
I see the stairwell, it was actually the escalator, and it wasn't on, and the chain was up, and I had to make the decision, do I go over or do I go under? I said for safety purposes, I'm going under. So I went under, ran up the stairs.
After I had got about 50 feet inside the building, we hit the corner and the first escalator right there was jam-packed.
I seen that there was nobody by Champs and that people were running right past it. And I didn't know if they had any pairs or how many pairs they had, but I thought it was worth a shot just because, 1, it was close, and 2, because there was nobody there. So I ended up actually being the first in line.
I'm running, I see some young Asian fellow fall to my right. He hit the ground, I hop over him. His sister, maybe his cousin, his girlfriend, I don't know who she was. She fall to my left. Now I've seen 2 people fall on my way to these stores.
So I knew if I could beat everybody in a foot race to the second escalator, get up that escalator, I'd be good to go. I was the only one that ran that way, and I was like, bruh, I'm first in line, nothing to worry about. By the time I got to the top of the escalator, I seen Tone and Ack running right past me, and my mind was blown. Tone was moving so fast, it was ridiculous.
I must have ran the fastest 100-meter dash I've ever ran in my life to get to finish line. I'm talking full stride, and the rest was history. And then all the stragglers came in behind me that say they're faster than me, but yeah, they came in behind me.
You low-key cleared the path for me now that I'm thinking about it.
When we got to the door?
When we got through the door.
Bruh, I was pushing through.
Cleared the path because I was on the side of the wall right there. So as soon as I'm in there, I'm like, ooh, I got action. So I'm running straight. I hit a left. I'm thinking, oh shoot, now where do I go? Because at this point, I didn't know which store I was going to. I just knew that I needed the shoes. I knew that Foot Locker was the furthest away from where we were. Plus, I run like a 4.4, you know, your boy, I was getting jiggy in the Lloyd Center, you know.
Boys! what did your phone say? But I wasn't even mad because by the time I got to finish line, it was Tone, Ack, and me in line.
I'm thinking, dang, DJ and all them running to the left. They was a tad bit faster than me at the time, so I figured my chances would be pretty well if I went to the right. I got up the stairs and the line was 10 deep, so I just didn't even get in line. I tried to go check on the other stores and those lines were deep too. But remember, I already had my pair, so I didn't care.
We all had different sizes and we ended up getting our pairs. It was an amazing day.
I didn't get no pairs from the Lloyd Center. And I don't think I stepped in the Lloyd Center since that day. I probably have slid in there and got a Cinnabon though. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, I did end up buying 7 pairs that night, and that was like one of my biggest, craziest cops like at the time. You know, I had only been collecting for a couple years, and that was a huge night for me. And this is why you have crazy memories behind shoes like this. This was 10, 11 years ago, and I still have my shoes today.
I don't necessarily have a pair right now. I ended up getting them though. So my parents ended up getting me a pair of Air Force Ones version of the SpaceJam. So I'm like, what can I do with this? Ended up returning those. Sorry, parents. I ended up trading a pair of KO1s straight across for the SpaceJams. You tell me who won. But I ended up trading those SpaceJams for these bad boys. And I love them. I can't be mad at it. So this is my SpaceJam story. I'm rocking with it.
And to this day, still got my pair.
So like I was telling you, I was first in line, but I still got kicked out of the mall, and I still didn't get the shoes. Until this day, I've never owned a SpaceJam 11. I can definitely afford to buy them right now, but they're not at retail, and I just can't bring myself to pay resale.
10 years later, I still have my shoe. The shoe means a lot to me. I mean, seeing that this movie came out back in '96, I was 4 at the time, and I remember it like it was yesterday. My mom took me and my cousin to the movies, and since that day, I've idolized this shoe. Cheers to the Toon Squad.
Just like many of the other people in the crew, I still got my pair today. A slight yellow on the bottom. Probably never get rid of these. But if you're talking the right price, let me know.
I'm very excited to share my stories like this with you guys, especially all the ones that I have shared with my friends, because we talk about these things all the time, and I love putting this stuff on camera and letting you guys see our experiences. And hopefully one day when we're 69 years old and we come back and watch this video, it's gonna be a great thing to look back and laugh on and show our kids like, hey, you know, we used to be fast, we used to cop kicks too. So with all that being said,
And while you're at it, do not forget to like,
share,
and subscribe.
I ain't gonna lie to you, we gotta go.
Peace.
yo, if you enjoyed this video and you want to make extra money or grow your shoe collection, I want to give you a free video with my 3 tips that were the most powerful that will help you grow your sneaker collection and make an additional $1,000 to $10,000 a month. All you need to do to get this free video is click on the first link in the description or the comment that's pinned in the comment section. That'll take you to a page where you can enter your email address, and I'll make sure that I send you a video right away. And if you enjoyed this video, again, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. My name is DJ. I'm signing out. I got to go. I'm gone. Peace.